और नाम है Ma'am, you're on mute. Are you able to hear the music?
Okay, I'm sorry. I
That's a case.
just wanted to, yeah, can you see if you can hear the voice?
I can hear the voice, but not the music. I can see the presentation too.
No issue. Sagar, again, can you share the music? Now we'll get the music.
Aruna ma'am, can you stop sharing your screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
sure,
you can-
sure.
What is group consciousness?
Do you play cricket?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
What is cricket?
It's a game where.
It's a game of group consciousness. If your captain says, go for opening, you must go opening. If your captain says, go 4 down, you must go 4 down. So you must agree with the captain. Because captain knows better than you. And you are all working as a team. Then you have got group consciousness. If you don't agree with your captain, being a member of the cricket team, you don't have group consciousness.
Sir, is there anything called group karma or some?
Group karma is there, nations karma is there, race karma is there. All types of karmas are there.
Good morning, dear friends and masters. Another beautiful day for the Zen meditation session today. My name is Aruna. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I've been practicing meditation for the past 2.5 years. I have immense gratitude to Chandra Sir, Vani ma'am, and also dear friends who have introduced us to meditation, that is Apurva and Ramesh. So there are a lot of things I want to share, but I know we have very less time. So on a gist, I want to give 3 things what I have noticed after meditation and before meditation. So before meditation, my life is, I felt like a foggy mirror. I cannot know why I don't feel like inner happiness when I have all the comforts of life. And I didn't know like why my emotions are displaced with the wrong person, and how we sometimes carry work stress to home. There are a lot of other things which are telling me that I'm not happy internally. And as many masters shared, we live in a society where we are being conditioned since childhood to please the people around us instead of focusing what is inside. So after meditation, the change I have noticed is I identified the limiting beliefs I was holding since childhood, and I try to work on them. And as Patriji, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, as he always says, after meditation, we will notice change and growth. So the growth started in multiple dimensions in my life. I became a better mother, and I am a very good co-worker who is empathetic and compassionate towards my colleagues. Not only that, I understood my purpose of life after I came into meditation. The beauty of meditation is it helps us to go inside us and identify all the things which we are missing. So as I said, great masters, when you meet them, they help you to transform your life. They're not recreating a new me, but they're helping me to identify real myself by by bringing this beautiful process of meditation into my life. And that is how meditation helped me transform from a foggy life to a one where I enjoy myself every day and live in the moment, and also understand the purpose of meditation and bring this meditation to the community. So we actually hold some group meditation sessions at my house every Saturday. And not only that, I reached out to the community, and I'm conducting free classes for people whoever wants to join in the mornings on Saturdays. Thank you so much, and I welcome Chandra sir. Please take over the.
Thank you, Aruna Madam, and thank you, Asha. Beautiful sharings that you had yesterday and Arunaji today. What did you say? Fuzzy mirror. Things are not clear. And you start becoming clear what you want. That's called developing the self. Our self gets developed, become clear in all areas.
And so we naturally switch to what is more joyful, what is more meaningful. Thank you for being there. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. I'm here in Tirupati, the temple town, for this program by PMC Telugu channel, Pyramid Meditation Channel Telugu. About 5,000 masters are here meditating. 6 hours of meditation for the world peace. If you don't do, who will do? After knowing the impact, the science of energy, the group intention, the impacts that group intentions have, if we, each of us, as a mother and a father, has influencing impact on our children, then collectively how much impact we can have on everyone around, especially when our energy has been multiplied to a limitless extent with meditation. And so the singular intention for most people that I saw who come here is that I would like to see this place get better. They all have changed. There are people, rural, remotest parts of Andhra and Telangana, absolutely quietly listening to others' experiences, in addition to doing meditation. So there's a story that I heard yesterday, which is great. Pyramid Master story, or a meditator story, a Buddha Seva story. Vivekananda Swami Vivekananda is sitting in a chair in a new place. And so there's another person sitting next to him. Now, nobody knew about Swami Vivekananda. So then this person next to him needs to talk about him as Swami Vivekananda. So that then Swami Vivekananda is known. And then it is the turn when Swami Vivekananda is speaking, then he had to speak about the person next to him because another Swami Vivekananda, and so that he will be known. It is a story of every meditator. When we sit in a group of chairs, then it's the same story. Everyone is Swami Vivekananda. Everyone is thinking. Everyone is greatly spreading the energy. The only thing they have is to see, how do I give this to all people around? How do I see the same joy in everyone? That story has to be heard. Everyone is a Swami Vivekananda once you become a meditator. That feeling that this has to go to everyone is precisely how I saw when I'm listening to experience of no matter who it is. My God, with one more person coming up, one more person, one more master, all Swami Vivekananda, unless somebody talks about them, you don't know. They're all doing quietly their work. It is not necessary to talk about them, but you recognize that every other individual is a great Swami Vivekananda. And so then we very alertly, attentively listen to when a sharing is happening, experience are being shared. It's not just one more that today came up and then spoke. It's not just one more Aruna madam came up. Okay, there's Ashaji coming up. It's everybody is a Swami Vivekananda when they become a meditator. We give importance, so much importance to satsang, the sharing, and then being patiently there to listen to every experience. To know one more Vivekananda ji. Nobody is lower, nobody is higher. Everyone is doing their own great work. Buddhas may be doing to many intellectuals, but they are doing to many, many, many hundreds and thousands of people. Look at this, a small call in a short time, 5,000 people assembled here. Now don't say India, you got a lot of people. Not at all. And the United States has 250 million people. So 5,000 people are in a big city has 1 million plus people. 5,000 is nothing, it's a fraction. They can come. It is the development that has happened for every individual. And so that drives them. They genuinely want to be there when the call is there. They're all Swami Vivekananda, they become, and so they come, not otherwise. They came because together we can make this group intention multiplied significantly. So they all showed up for 6 hours meditation. These meditations, by the way, is if you go to PMC channel, PMC Telugu, then the live is there. So meditations are there, 6 to 9 a.m. India time and 3 to 6 p.m. India time again. 2 meditations, group meditations. So the two aspects, have we become Swami Vivekananda? How do I become? Simply having the greatest intention to take somebody else along with me. I'm good, but I want to take this to others. Don't wait to become the greatest expert. You do give advice. If you go to Bali and somebody asks you, you might not have been an expert in Bali, but you still give advice to them. And if it is somebody very close to you, you give advice unasked anyway to tell them, hey, no, do this, do that. You're not expert and you're giving, then why are you waiting as a meditator to become an expert? You practice, then it can be given. So what is stopping me to take a few minutes of time and then talk about this to people? So many people are there because we're waiting for becoming an expert. My self-importance somewhere is telling me that no, you can't be wrong. I'm holding on to the perfections. Jayashree Madam said a lot of things, yes. Yesterday, Gautam Buddha's initial recital, beautifully woven signs. Ignorance is there, and so then it blurs everything. The ignorance is saying, I had to be perfect. Who needs to recognize you as perfect when you are the whole? And your joy and satisfaction is from you, it naturally can be formed. Then why does someone need to validate us to be good and not good? And so then we wait to become perfect before we go and share. So all these masters from rural areas came because they didn't think about many of those. They just came because they felt good. They act from the feeling. They don't act from the mind. They act from their heart center. They felt good. I want to go there. I want to be part of these meditations. Of course, it develops me, but it develops everybody else around me because the very common thought that we are spreading energy for everyone's benefit is good enough. That intention is good enough. Nothing more to do. And meditation. When you release the thought, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. And then you go into meditation, over. It's a beautiful day, friends. Always to be coming together at these gatherings. We take time to go out and then meet the other Swami Vivekanandas out there. And we take time to carefully listen to what Ashaji said. So many things she said. Carefully listen. And we don't stop there and then take her and be in touch with her because she only spoke a little thing out of a beautiful experience of Vivekananda ji. I said, connect with her, know more about her, explain more of what we are. That's how we exchange, that's how we gain so much knowledge. It's not just what we are doing here through this platform, and it's not a one way, not at all, it should not be. So let's go into meditation and look forward to the presence of Dr. Newton, someone I deeply, deeply have great respect in my heart, someone who helped me learn so many things. Someone in the presentation, in the way you carry yourself, is a great role model for me. Undoubtedly, for me, one of the greatest masters Earth has right now is Dr. Newton. I've interacted with so many masters in applying knowing the knowledge, the right knowledge, and applying the knowledge, and then living that knowledge. Without a doubt, Dr. Newton is one of those great legends of living masters. Pure spiritual science, when we recognize that consciousness, we are that consciousness, we move every bit of our resource towards it, nothing else. Nothing else. And he's that. He's that. We are consciousness. So what makes me go there? Direct this knowledge, and then the knowledge to be transcended through the most simplest direct technology, breath meditation. And so he centered his entire life around knowing more about the consciousness, studying more, and then talking about more, giving more of this knowledge. So we'll have him, and I know many of you are following him. It's always great to be here in this master again. So let's go to the meditation, dear friends. Relax yourself. He's joining shortly after meditation. He's in Europe, and he's at 3:30 when he joins AM. That's his commitment. We're going into breath meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind, and we observe the breath. Our mind becomes empty. As you see in the picture, you sit down comfortably on the floor in a chair, cross your feet, fingers into fingers, hands resting your hands in your lap comfortably, closing your eyes. Observe your normal, natural breath. Rest your attention anywhere in the nose, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows. And if you're wearing spectacles, remove them. And rest your attention in the middle of the eyebrows, at the beginning of the nose. And observe the breath there, and slowly, slowly, your breath is becoming lighter, mind is becoming empty of thought. And as you go into empty states in the mind, be there, be a witness to whatever is happening to you. Involuntarily, many things may happen. Observe all of that. But as you're observing your breath and as you're becoming calmer, and while being there, suddenly thoughts come. And thoughts come, I notice their thoughts, active mind working again. Go back and observe the breath. And then again, do this, repeat. This is called breath meditation. We will start with this directly. Relax yourself, dear friends. The eyes closed. Dear friends, dear masters, with your glasses removed, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. With your attention on your nose and the middle of the eyebrows, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. when you observe your breath. Your mind is becoming quieter, is becoming empty. But observed in you is resting, so you become the consciousness, that observer. become aware of the emptiness, that quietness within you, all around you. As you merge into your breath, that's energy, the field of consciousness. All emptiness is energy. all. Emptiness is energy. This is the field of all knowingness. merge into the emptiness of yourself, your divine self. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, the field of nothingness, the more dearer you become to everything and to everyone. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be living and experiencing this life at this time. of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to all things and everyone that are helping us live this life? Your gratitude to this greater consciousness. To all this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. To your parents, teachers, mentors, to family, friends, colleagues. Gratitude to your body, to yourself, to everything. Use the technology, the system, the companies, the governments. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes. Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoy the session. And as we conclude, we have Dr. Newton here. Hi, Dr. Newton.
Hi, Chandra. Wonderful, wonderful to be here with you and everyone here.
Yes,
Beautiful
awesome.
meditation. Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you,
You
Dr.
just
New.
flew. Yes, you just flew in there and to European. Which country you went?
We are here in Slovenia right now, and we'll be heading towards Austria tomorrow onwards. We'll be in Austria for conducting a program here.
So no settle down. You just went there and then greedily we got you here. And so you had to wake up in the middle of the night. Really, really thank you, Dr. Thank you.
Thank you.
I,
Welcome.
I thought your presence in the Zen program will be very useful to all of us. Normally you're doing 40-day program with a lot of scientific content here there, but this time we said many of the Buddha Sevas been practicing for years. So reflection time, more of sharing time. Go back and revise to see how much are we able to implement, what are there to further practice. This is the theme of Zen. None of the scientific research in Harvard and Stanford and all that. It is about fully going in So this they felt first master that to me was like really you.
Oh,
Thank you for joining.
thank you, Chandra, for invitation to
Let
meet all the friends here.
yes, I'll have Aruna reintroduce you once formally.
Yes. Mhm.
Thank you, Newton sir, Dr. Newton sir, for gracing our Zen Journey Towards Inner Mastery program. Friends, Dr. Kondaviti Newton sir is also addressed as Brahmarshi Chakravarti. Dr. Kondaviti Newton, MBBS, MD, is a medical doctor who realized that everyone has an inner doctor and therefore chose to become a soul doctor instead of practicing conventional medicine. Dr. Newton and his wife, Dr. Lakshmiji, are world-renowned practitioners and teachers of meditation and spiritual science, pioneers in past life regression, teachers of rebirth breath work, inner child work, family constellation, and organizational constellation, and more. Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi founded the Quantum Life University, a global center for learning of spiritual science modeled on the lines of ancient Takshashila University and Nalanda University. At heart, Dr. Newton is always an eternal student, a symbol of humility and unconditional love, and a tremendous source of inspiration to many. Deeply influenced by the teachings of Brahmashri Patriji, Dr. Newton is a friend, guide, and a mentor to Buddha CEO Foundation. I take this privilege to asking Dr. Newton, sir, to carry on the session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Madam Arunaji. Thank you. Thank you, Chandra. It's such beautiful um, effort in this, spreading meditation. And I know how much it is making, great shifts in lives of so many people, thousands of people across the globe. I congratulate all participants here and also congratulate the Buddha CEO team for relentlessly taking up these beautiful tasks.
Thank you.
And yeah,
Let me take a couple of minutes. My journey when I started learning from Patri sir, but I started the depth of every subject from Dr. Newton. My workshops, it was like a perfect complementing nature. Patri sir would introduce many, many concepts, but then you go and then learn in detail and then depth with Dr. Newton. I learned about past life regression. I went to him for a 2-day workshop on past life regression. I heard of breath work. I went to him for breath work many times, rebirthing breath work. I heard of manifestation. Money and spirituality was the first workshop ever I took from him. The 7 essential mirrors, I heard of relationships, but then all of them put together under radiant direction workshop from him. Everything. All my deep, intense journey of knowing myself better and better over the period was greatly catalyzed and then greatly learned through Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi with their most sincere, diligent work. If you attend a program, there won't be anything that unanswered. There is only trigger to know something more, something related. And so that's such is comprehensiveness of Dr. Newton's work. And the university, the Quantum Life University is absolutely is bringing this purest spiritual science, the purest spiritual science that gives all answers. And so here is Dr. Newton, thank you for all your guidance in my life and in for acquisition that I had gone to Dr. Newton for. I used to regularly, my software company and my growth, regularly used to interact with him and then take his advice and guidance. So thank you many much for being my mentor.
thank you, Chandra. And like attracts like, and birds of same feather flock together. That's what I always um, notice, and I recognize this principle in action. And you're such a master already, and with all the fullness, and something need to trigger in you, just meeting, uh, and everything happened because it's in you. It's already there, everything in you, and you just recognized it. And I appreciate for the beautiful words, Chandra, and the most amazing with the dedication, sincerity, and service, all that work that's been done and is continuing. I know this is something very, very beautiful. Um, one of the movements, bigger movements that are happening through Buddha Seva, and particularly bringing this to knowledge to everyone, including corporates, including all the people who are very busy in their lives and working in the corporate offices, and all the families. It's incredible work, and I keep following this work of you, and it shows up sometimes when I check my mobile and Budhasi was newsletter or magazines or meditations, YouTube. It just pops out, and I really admire all this work. And I'm
Thank you.
here with all of you. Thank you. And dear friends, and I'm happy to even interact with all of you. And I take this as a privilege to know about you, all the practice, meditation practice that you're doing since a long time. And it's always very good to share our deepest experiences. I can say that my journey began with Brahmarshi Patriji. That's how I learned about meditation for the first time. 1989, I was studying in Karnool Medical College. I was a student at that time, and everything has to happen. And because when we are ready, everything happens. I was having so many confusions and questions about life, and it led me to uh, this master. I thought this master was very, very, very like a very old and with Rudrakshas and all that, but he shocked me when I met. He surprised me. Patriji was just very simple, with without beard, without any saffron robes, no rituals, no religious connotations, and he just uh, invited me warmly. And he taught me the most simplest practice, most simple practice, Anapana Sati meditation, breath meditation, breath awareness meditation. So it transformed my life. It's like he introduced me to my own self, because we know about the world, about the people, about everything else, but we don't know about ourselves. So only through this meditation practice, by looking inwardly, we know about ourselves, we know who we are, and this is how the entire journey began, and the constant encouragement and all that is being given by Patriji it really helped because for everyone, this Sangha is very important. The community is important. Sajjana Sangatya is important. So we keep hearing about we're all energy beings, but how do we experience it? It's only in meditation. We have to, close our eyes and observe the breathing. Then when mind stops, when mind ceases to think, that moment we experience the energy phenomena. Till then, energy is just a concept for us. We don't know. Just like water, it flows upward direction. We all know that. The water never flows upward direction. But the energy, which has the watery nature, liquidy nature, it flows upwards. It moves upwards. For example, the energy that's residing in our root chakra, we call that as Muladhara chakra. So untapped and is very dormant and it is unawakened. It sleeps. It just like a sleeping energy for all of us. But during meditation, this is activated very naturally when the mind is empty and silent. It moves upwards because it has no other direction to go. Till then, all this sleeping energy that we have, we keep wasting out. It goes outwardly. It goes whenever you are doing some activity and you are interacting with people. You're all that it goes outwards. But this energy need to go in the inward direction and upward direction. This is what happens during meditation. So we realize that we are energy beings. And at one point, we also realize that we are consciousness. We have experiences of our consciousness also, which is unlimited, which is not bounded by this physical form. We realize that, oh, this body, one day I have to discard it. I leave this body, but this consciousness is, still it still exists even without this body. And it is eternal, infinite, and is vast. And it occupies all time space sequences. Every time and everywhere it is there. So energy introduces us to consciousness. Without energy, we don't realize who we really are. If the goal of meditation is to realize our own self, definitely without energy, we can't realize ourselves. We don't know. We know about our name, but we are not name. We are not the names that we were given. It's only for this time space sequence, this incarnation. This name is relevant, that identity, physical plane identity. But there is an identity which is different. It's beyond this physical identity. And that is being experienced by every meditator. First energy, then consciousness. The meeting of energy and consciousness that happens in the third eye, this Agna Chakra. That's where we have this wisdom. Wisdom is birthed or is going to be awakened. The inner wisdom that we all have, without exception. All of us know. So we realize about all the unanswered questions and all the answers we get. And we know about the nature of this consciousness, nature of the energy, and the nature of this creation, all those answers will come to us. This is the birth of wisdom inside. So that's why as we enter into field of meditation, we keep hearing these three words: energy beings, we are energy beings, we are consciousness beings, we are wisdom beings. So this is the equation. First comes energy. Energy in India, we call energy as a Shakti. It's energy, Shakti, Prana Shakti. And without that, there's no consciousness. Without that, we'll not realize consciousness. So Prana Shakti, which guides us to Chaitanyam or the Shiva, Shiva, which is in everyone, in everywhere. So the consciousness and the Shakti, both together, the wisdom, the Gnana, wisdom is birth. So I open myself to all of you friends to any questions that you have, anything that you would like to share. I'll be very happy to interact with you.
Yes. Can we make Valli Prabhu? Valli Devi Prabhu. I will make her. Have I unmuted her? Valli her. Sonalji asked. Yes,
Yes.
Sonalji.
Hello, sir. Good morning. So good
Good
to see
morning.
you. Good morning. I
Namaste,
don't know.
sir.
1 second. Let's have Valli Devi complete, Sonalji. Yes, go ahead, Valli Devi.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. It's so good to see you again. And every time you come on Buddha Seva session, I never miss an opportunity to interact with you because so much of wealth of knowledge and wisdom you have. And each time you speak, it's like it goes into deep into the soul and it stays, and we can carry on. So, this is something you reiterated today, that consciousness and Shakti and that energy. That's what I've been experiencing since I joined Buddha CEO. There has been tremendous transformation. One question, yes, I am so aware now. I can see that energy being played, just a small example. My daughter lost a earring back, small piece. So I was just wondering, usually it would make, couple of years ago, it would make really go anxious, brand new gold. And, it was so attached, I was so attached to it, and suddenly it is missing. So this time, I mean, I can see the shift in the approach that now I have. Okay, this is lost. I really want it back. That was my approach. And I looked everywhere. I didn't find. And just before keeping it inside, I said, I want this back. I want this one piece back. And suddenly I turn and I look down and it is there. I'm wondering, am I seeing the real thing? It is, that's the presence I could feel. I could see that, so that awareness has come because of the journey that I have with Buddha CEO. And other part, you mentioned that prana energy. Just other day somebody mentioned everybody has that shakti and energy, and we need to recognize and protect and glow with that. So which again you reiterated it. It made me feel so hold on to that and take forward my journey. So it's a small thing because many people are waiting. So I have one question and I was waiting for to ask it to you, and here you come, and a day before yesterday Chandra sir announces that you are coming. um, so this question is specifically about that energy or a pattern that pass on from our parents, right? So of late, I'm so closely observing about my patterns and how I deal with others and what is that I have carried out. So a couple of things I noticed: the perfectionism from my father, and constantly the need for working through all the time. There is absolutely no scope for relaxation. That's not a right thing from my father. And my mother, you have to sacrifice. You cannot keep yourself as one of the priorities. Everybody else is a priority, yourself is the last priority. Ask for validation even for the smallest things. Unknowingly, while growing up, when I realized that these are not so great things, unknowingly I realized I have carried out, and I'm still parenting myself inside me. Each time I do something, I'm very highly critical of me, or I want to keep everybody else. At the same time, I'm passing on to my kids also. And when I take a
Yeah.
step, I'm dealing with my children also same way, right? So correcting them, no, 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 this you have to do this. And same thing, I realized, let me take a pause here. Now I want to break that. What I didn't
Oh,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, I carried a lot of great things from my parents, and these are some things which I recognize a pattern now. So how do I stop it? And yeah.
Yes, Valli, Prabhuji, I got your question, and thanks for sharing about all your journey in this meditation journey, your experiences. Uh, it's really, really good. Appreciate all of your efforts. So we recognize these patterns that passed on from our parents, from our ancestors, and not only from them, but even from the society. That people that you like most, and you have a tendency to adopt those things into your life. For example, you are drawn to some kind of a group when you're studying in the university, for example. They have certain habits. Being part of that sangha, that group, definitely has an influence on you. We collect all those habits, we also adopt them. It's a natural tendency, but mostly we collect from our parents, from our family tree. That's where sometimes we wonder how I can break free from these patterns. Of course, we have these physical characteristics. We resemble a lot how we appear to others, and we have the genetic coding that's done. But something beautiful that happens for every meditator is through our conscious efforts, through sadhana, we break through all those patterns only through sadhana, through our conscious effort. For example, you talked about perfectionism, you know, to be perfect everywhere. And sometimes we do certain things in a certain way, which is you recognize as a pattern, and you want to break free from it. You want to be as you, not as a familial trait, familiar characteristic feature that is passed on. You want to be you. So meditation, this energy that you gather in meditation, it overrides, it rewrites our history, rewrites all the imprints. It rewrites all that what is we collected unquestionably. We completely have our own new, um, you know, energetics, and what we keep certain things which are helpful and useful for us, and certain things which are unwanted, not useful, we leave it. I tell you an example. So a meditator who realized that I'm fulfilling the pattern of my father, who has a tendency to be successful, but in his lifetime, he lost everything. He succeeded, he lost. So what happens is we don't know any other example, so it imprints us. Our psyche, our subconscious mind carries this imprint. We become successful. We also notice that I am moving in the direction of collapse. going down, just like my father. So a meditator can actually recognize this and rewrite it. One need not repeat these patterns. One need not have even illnesses running in the family tree, behavioral traits running in the family tree. For example, grandfather is having a temperamental issue. He's short-tempered. Even smallest trigger, there is a violent kind of expression of emotions. We don't like it. Nobody appreciates it. So one actually realizes that we are very, very loyal to our family members. To belong to our family tree, we have this unconscious loyalty. This is called blind love. We blindly love our family. But there is something called enlightened love. Enlightened love is, oh, dear grandfather, dear father, dear mother, I will be better than you. I'll be brighter than you. I'll be successful than you. I will have breakthrough experiences, dear father, dear mother. Your suffering, I saw your suffering, how much you suffered. All this suffering of you, it will not go into vain. It's my learning. I break through all this and I succeed in my life, in all dimensions of life. This is called enlightened love. So we have a tendency, normal tendency is a blind love, immature love, like we replicate the patterns. But we are not here to replicate these patterns. We are here to create something new. This is what sadhana means. Sadhana means going against all that, whatever the patterns or tendencies, all that already there. We go against them. So this is what is the flow of Shakti, which is movement in upward direction. So thanks, Waliji, for your beautiful question. And the energy makes it possible to break through these patterns. And even recognizing is one thing, identification of these patterns deep down, the tendencies that we have. And second is the effort in that direction, just sankalpa, that's our own intention. And our energy knows it, how to have the breakthrough. And our conscious effort is needed, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This is outstanding. You said recognizing, identifying the patterns, recognizing, then letting it go, right,
Yeah.
through sadhana and meditation. So this is something, it is really mind blowing. I was looking for answer for many, 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 many months, rather more than a year. I think I know the way about, and I was feeling so guilty that, I'm not able to help but pass it on to my kids. Right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you, Ali Devi. Yes, friends. So before we have Sonal ji, um, those of you who want to ask questions, you can actually put Q&A so we can get maximum question answered by Dr. Newton. And then in case you're speaking, make it as crisp as possible so we get through. We've got another 30 minutes here. Okay. So before Sonalji is there, so can meditation consistently make all our chakra open automatically? And I can put another question here. I think same master here, Sophia. Sir, would you explain Kundalini awakening as I'm a beginner? Okay. The two questions are there. There's one more by Gopalji. What exactly is consciousness? If you want to weave your answers around Dr. Newton, these are there.
Yes. Thank you, Sophia ji and Gopal, for your questions and how meditation opens the chakras. Actually, can meditation itself can naturally open the chakras? Yes, it's a natural process, and these things should not be forced. We should never force the chakras to open. It's a very organic process. For example, you sow a seed in the land. Only thing is provide all the natural conditions. It needs water, it needs the right ground, right fertile ground, and then sunshine, breeze, water, like oxygen, and it is going to sprout. In the same way, meditation is giving a fertile ground to ourselves, making ourselves available to the dimension of energy and consciousness. So, what happens is this is such a natural process. The Kundalini awakening and opening of the chakras, it will happen. For example, first thing that happens is we absorb the cosmic energy, the universal energy. It helps us a lot because we notice that there is a vibration, there is a circulation of the energy that's happening. This energy also is helpful for us to activate our own primordial energy. It's called Mula Shakti, Prakritik Shakti, which is residing in the Muladhara chakra. It happens so naturally. You don't need to focus on the root chakra to activate it. Your breath is enough. You have to stick with your breath, empty the mind. And what happens is the first thing that is going to happen is the energy gets activated. Some they don't get the experience of each chakra in a sequential manner. For example, in many lifetimes you did a lot of sadhana. You don't know about the past lives, but you in this life learned. You participated in Buddha Siva meditation session, and suddenly this got activated. You get some experience in the third eye because already you did sadhana. You already achieved that state of consciousness in many lifetimes back, and that will not go waste. And you have the experiences of the third eye now. Your Kundalini is activated already. And this is so natural unfoldment of each chakra, and we have these experiences, many experiences, many realizations. So it is Kundalini Jagaran, it is called as Kundalini Awakening, and also we don't need to force it. It is very organic. Whoever meditates very according to your evolution of how much wisdom you're collecting, how much you're coming in contact with your own self. Based on that, it shapes up. So our journey, the syllabus is very clear. It is the sixth energy center, the seventh state, enlightened state. We have Shat chakras, and then the seventh state. Seventh state is the state of the thousand petal lotus, the wisdom. And the second question is about consciousness. Well, consciousness, how do we define it? There are three beautiful in the literature, the spiritual literature that's talked about to describe about consciousness. One is called Sarvagnata. Sarvagnata. It's a technical word. Sarvagnata means all knowingness. Okay. Then Sarva Samadhata. Samadha means capability. All capable, all powerful, we can also say that. Sarva Samadhata. So consciousness, everything is possible because it is all powerful. So we can say it is called as omnipotent, omnipotent, sarva samardhata, sarvagnata, all knowingness, sarvagnata. It's like how we have this AI, artificial intelligence, and all that mother server contains all the information. In that way, we also have access, the consciousness has access to every information, all the information of the universe, Sarvagnata. And Sarva Vyapakata. Sarva Vyapakata is another Sanskrit word which means all, uh, pervading, omniscient, omnipresent, omni. cognizant. So this is consciousness. That's why consciousness is not just local, residing in this body. You can't say that I live only in this body. No. During meditation, we realize that you are vast, unlimited. You are beyond this body and mind. So we realize we have these experiences. So many different time space sequences we are living. We have multidimensional existence, many things. And all that knowing will help us to lead our life in the physical plane beautifully. We navigate with such clarity in this life. So consciousness, another name for it is soul. We call that a soul. So the soul which is residing in this body is called Jivatma. But when we are going beyond the Vishuddha chakra, the fifth chakra, and go to the third eye, we realize we are Paramatma. We realize that we are that all that is. We realize that I am not different from the that all pervading consciousness, all pervading soul, Sarvatma or Purnatma, or and not different from that. We call that as first realization is Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. I'm not this, I'm that. I'm that soul. Second realization, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. That means I'm not just God, everyone else is God. Even this Prakriti that we see is a manifestation of that Parabrahma, that God. So we all know that our Godhood. First is self-realization, next is God realization. So consciousness is the Atma Gnan, knowing the consciousness of you. And Brahmagnan, there is next level of consciousness, explosion of consciousness. You realize that the same consciousness which is residing in you is there everywhere, and even the Prakriti and every creation, every planet, everything. So non-separateness, the unified field, the oneness, it's an experience that we have. Thank you for the question.
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
have, we have, go ahead.
Once, Aruna, I'll handle this. So thank you, Dr.
Sure.
Newton. This chakra question that keeps coming up, and chakra meditation, this and more, and Kundalini, and are not active, and all of this. So beautifully said. This whole wisdom leading to experience, and experience leading to natural awakening with practice, which you mentioned, is beautifully said. So thank you for that clarity. On this consciousness, can you relate this to a very, very beautiful Sarvagnita, Sarvavyapakata, Sarva Samardhata? Can you relate this to Satsit Ananda? Because that is another word we keep hearing everywhere. And so
Yeah.
then.
Yes, we can relate it to Satchidananda. The experience of Satchidananda is an experiential state during meditations. People actually have that realization of the truth. Once we realize the truth that we are consciousness, all pervading consciousness, there is bliss. Ananda becomes your natural, flavor. It becomes your. You don't need to even search for it. It's you. We realize that we are already Ananda Swarupas. Our true nature is Ananda. And the suffering exists because we don't know that we are souls, that we are that consciousness. And that is why Satchidananda is the experiential state where we everything falls into place. First is we have knowledge. That knowledge translates into wisdom, and we have an experience. Without practical experience, it's unbelievable to believe that the Ananda is existing. Oh, it looks like only knowledge, but knowledge translates into wisdom during meditation.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, Sonalji, go ahead. You're on mute.
Yeah.
There we go. Namaste, sir. Thank you to Chandra, sir, to, introduce us to you and to our programs. And, very beautiful questions are there, so I'm not going to take much time, but I wanted to ask you about past life regression. I'd heard a lot about it when I met some of the masters in GCML. And, through being with SIR's programs, a lot of the emotional healing, self-awareness, and clarity has coming by doing daily meditation, by giving us, he's already given us the path and holding our hands program after program. But I wanted to know, is it true that when you do the past life regression, it promotes further your spiritual growth? I mean, am I, by not doing, the question is, what is the most important part, along with all the other things where you know your traumas and blockages? Because that's something kind of a new term that we are hearing since past decade, right? Maybe it existed, but we did not hear about it earlier. So just wanted to see that way the whole audience can benefit with that. Thank you so much.
Yes, Sonalji. So, is past life regression needed for a meditator? And yes and no, the both two answers for this. And those who are sincere practitioners of meditation, and they don't need it. Why? Because they have these experiences by themselves. Buddha never went to any past life regression therapist to have access to past life memories. In meditation, he has access to 646 lifetimes information, and but some definitely it is needed. Those who are struggling, those who couldn't really have understanding about where their life is going, it's a therapeutic process. Some they require initial push and nudge so that they can actually can break free from those limitations, initial limitations. That's what my observation is. So my natural, meditation experiences led me to first to discover about my past life memories when I started my meditation practice. And later on, there was natural curiosity to investigate more whether reincarnation is true or not, whether we have only one lifetime or do our soul reincarnate. So that question led me to this beautiful tool called past life regression therapy. So in the ancient times, this was being practiced. Buddhist monks knows this about this. This is called Jati Smaran. This is known as actually Patanjali Maharshi called as Pratiprasav technology. So it was there in the ancient times, and Buddha used to send monks to go and sit in the caves to meditate, to turn the memory backwards so that they access past life memories. Why? Because unless we know about our past, we do not know about this current life, the circumstances that we chosen, the context, the plan for this current life, we can't tap into it. That's why, but it's not for everyone. So our consciousness actually directs us which one is more important for you. So for me, it happened in that way. First, past life memories, and I researched about them. I came to know about my at least 10 core lifetimes, and which is directly linked to this current life. Why I am so interested? I don't want to be a medical doctor. I want to research this, and I want to do the work that I'm doing right now because it's my part of my soul. I planned it well in ahead about this lifetime's journey. So we all have this, and there are blockages definitely, but meditation is enough to clear the blockages. But if that is not getting cleared, it's okay to take support from those who have this kind of specific tools, this knowledge. It can be so helpful. For example, if a meditator might take a decades practice, decades time to overcome a limitation. If one child, inner child, release of the blockages, emotional blockages, or breakthrough from all the limiting beliefs, that's sufficient. One session, just one past life regression session, when it is available, when the right facilitator is you come in contact, it is such beautiful transformative experience. That's what I witness. I love these tools because they're there in this current times existing, because it's not that many they think that is distraction from the spiritual path. No, they're available more so now. Why? Because it's very much universe is making them available to everyone. They're all new age spiritual science tools which cultivates, which makes you move in the direction of the soul, which accelerates the evolution of the soul. So that's what I also at this point of time, I believe that all these tools will only accelerate our spiritual growth and our sadhana. With these kind of specific tools, we can really do very well.
Thank you so much. We'll have Chandra sir bring us all to do that so we can all accelerate with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Newton. While you mentioned this, any of us who have curiosity must explore, because you're spiritual scientists. You want to explore. Curiosity is there, explore it. Challenge is there, of course, something will look for it. When you don't have the curiosity, neither you feel the need, then it's okay. I think that's really what Dr. Newton is saying too. As a meditator, of course, we have sincere in practice. Thank you, Dr. Newton. Thank you, Sonalji. Before we take in, we see a few questions related to practice and sadhana, Dr. Newton, that how to maintain consistency, and then how do we maintain our energy levels once we are there in practice, what you feel and experience, and how can it be maintained throughout the day. And there's another question related, which said, I have been practicing and I've got energy experiences, but I'm not able to go beyond it. And I seem like I'm just there in one state of experiences. So can you just cover this
Yes.
very common question? Yes.
How to maintain consistency, how to be regular, how sometimes we revert back to our old tendencies, old patterns of skipping meditation practice and going again into our routine life. So only thing is this regularity in meditation. And if anybody practices for 21 days to 40 days time, it's a muscle memory that we develop. Your body cells can also will be learning. You'll be you know how to sit silently, how to make your eyes to be closed for 1 hour. This regular, consistent, everyday practice, you will not be going back. You will not go back. Hello? You will not be going back into your procrastination or losing interest about the exploring this new dimensions of yourself. So that's consistency. We have to be so regular. Just like how we are very passionate about certain things that it interests us, we want to study some subjects. You give yourself so much time, so many man hours we spend on it. In the same way, even meditation also, if you give yourself the time to study, to know about yourself, to meditate, then it's like non-returning. You'll move forward. You will not go back. So we have to reach to that point of no return, point of no return. For that, many 40 days mandala dikshas are needed. Many mandalas we have to practice, and then you value this very much. This practice of meditation.
The other question related to total is, I'm experiencing energy, which is quite commonly asked. I experience energy in my meditation, but I'm not going beyond those experiences.
Yes.
What do you do? Is it necessary? Or anything there?
Yeah, sure. And the energy experiences are the very first experiences that we get during meditation practice. And unless we also start understanding these energetic experiences, unless these experiences are completely embraced, even if there is a slightest resistance, for example, you get a buzzing sound in your right ear, you don't understand that, and you feel very, very frightened. Certain energetic experiences are very frightening in nature because it's completely a new, unfamiliar territory we are entering into, energy dimension. But if you know all these energetic experiences are safe, because this is our true nature. Energy is our nature, and our inner energy is unfolding itself, showing all its dimensions of it. So we'll actually graduate. Our energy meets consciousness, and energy plus consciousness is there's a birth of the wisdom. This is the equation. So, for example, in India, we know these names, Shiva. But before we realize about Shiva, we have Shakti, Parvati Mata. Parvati Mata is a Shakti. It's a metaphor. Shakti and Shiva, the divine union of them. And there's a birth of Kartikeya, birth of Subramanya. Kartikeya is none other than the wisdom, actually. So we all go through the same kind of sequence. First, energy. More you embrace that energy, more you are able to completely accept that energy. We are very much afraid of our own energy because it is like you have a nuclear bomb with you. This kind it appears to be that way. You can do anything with this energy. This energy results into Ashtasiddhis, all the divine powers. Everything is possible with this energy, and we are so scared of this energy. It can make us off balanced, imbalanced. So this breath that you are noticing, it is converting into Pancha Mahapranas. Pancha Mahapranas are converting it themselves into Pancha Upapranas. It's all very natural. It's all happening in us. Like for example, Prana, Apana, Udana, Samana, Vyana. These Pancha Mahapranas, all these experiences we get actually. If energy is moving in your belly and it's trying to accumulate there, we recognize, oh, this is a samana vayu. For example, someone has the sensation on the top of the head for a longer time. You feel over tingling vibrations on the top of the head. Many people, they ask this question to me. What is this experience? Tingling sensations all over my body. And it is not going away after meditation also. It's the udana. Udana experience, it generates sensations on top of the body, top of the head. And if that is also reserve energy which is getting stored, the Vyana experience, the Vyana is the reserve energy that is stored in you. And through that, you get some energetic experiences. And there are Upapranas. From these, there are many others, 5 upapranas, which also become very, very active during meditation. For example, someone will get yawning during meditation. Many people ask, oh, am I feeling sleepy? No, not at all. It is the one of the pancha upapranas which is creating this yawning. It's a vishuddha is opening up. And some they get hiccups during meditation. The moment they're meditating, hiccup starts. And some they get a tendency to have some cough reflex during meditation. We think, oh, it's very disturbing. I have some. No, it is an experience. So Devadatta, Dhananjaya, these are the two spiritual nadis which get activated. Upapranas, they are called upapranas, which are related with our third eye, and many have these divine experiences. So it's all energy dimension. So in our ancient scriptures, in Upanishads, like Taittiriya Upanishad and Kundalini Upanishad, some of these Upanishads, this great body of knowledge, and well researched by rishis, sages, they have done a lot of research about it. It is documented. Even meditators, they report these experiences. Even we don't read these scriptures, but it's so natural that in a certain way we experience, we have access to these experiences. So these energetic experiences will be transformed. Not that they will stay forever. We have to integrate these energetic experiences. And then what happens is everything settles down. There is something beautiful balance. One lady asked me long back about the sensations on top of the head. She's suffering actually because even 24 hours these sensations exist and she can't sleep. It feels so strange. She went to get MRI done and doctors, neurologists, and everyone she checked. They said your organs, your brain, and all everything is perfect. You don't have any problem. I explained to her, you are meditating and this God activated this energetic experience. Embrace that experience, accept it, integrate, then integration happens. Generally, it looks strange. We feel completely these experiences are imbalancing us, threatening us, but they're not. It's our part of our nature, energy nature. So then you have experiences of consciousness. Then the wisdom grounds us finally. The wisdom that we are seeking, it becomes activated in us. Then it grounds us fully. So best wishes to the questioner
Yes,
who asked this. Yeah.
yes, thank you. So many of you are asking, how do we connect with Dr. Newton? So Arunaji posted information there. Contact Harika, best source. Dr. Newton, anyone else to be suggested? And then we, of course, give the website and email
Yes.
address there.
Yes.
Info
I
at
think
global.
that's a good. Yeah.
Okay. So qluglobal.org. Please visit the website. You know, a lot of times masters like this are there. There is, of course, the information fully available on the website. Beautifully organized, lots of workshops, everything is there. Dr. Newton is traveling as well as doing many workshops in his campus in QLU, Quantum Life University campus, as well as traveling and then doing outside too. Just go there. I think all information is available. That's all. And the second thing is we are at 8 o'clock, so we've got a lot of questions. We will take a few, Dr. Newton,
Yes.
from you. And so, friends, as we lose some of you, Dr. Newton traveled 120 plus countries, visited and then took by himself workshops of hundreds of masters, learning. And then when we organized global conference of spiritual scientists, we invited several spiritual scientists to Pyramid Bar International, and it's always been the chief for us, head for us in inviting these masters, engaging, and then see that this conference go on very well. So there is much to be learned. Buddhasi Quantum Foundation is giving the beginnings, the basics of it. Basics of it, just tip of the iceberg. And few questions here, there wouldn't cut it. We know this. They're only pointers. And I see good friend Anakiji's question about, can we look into something? What did you say, Anakiji? Some cosmic aspects. Can we look at through past life regression more larger truths? And so these and all needs to be experienced by going in and then studying this. And I think a great way is these workshops that Dr. Norton is doing, are classes, sessions that QLU Global. That's why Buddha Quantum Foundation always recommending after you finish 40-day programs and then while we do Amrit, the long meditations, but to further the knowledge, definitely one place to go is QLU, Quantum Life University, Dr. Norton Lakshmi. Then a whole set of acharyas now are doing some of this work very quite actively there. And so this is a great place to go, QLU Global, and constantly look at it, constantly. My personal practice, like I mentioned, every year I had to do some program or the other with Dr. Newton. And it continued ever since I got to know him. Or he would always organize some great masters would invite and then have programs. And so we'd always go in and take this time 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 5-day workshops. And an amazing amount of work that he touched upon about inner child, which directly didn't touch, but then the patterns are repeating and repeating. And the inner child heals so many people. So please do have to look at the study of spiritual science. Swadhyaya means then going and attending these workshops, because I can tell the number of books he read on inner child is not about this or that. It's synthesized, and then the cases that they have, and thousands and thousands of cases through whom all the information, the wisdom comes, and then very beautifully put together, is it's a lifetime process that we are able to understand. This is really what I've learned from Patrisa, that we read books, we get the lifetime wisdom of a master. Then we read Patrisa, then we get lifetime wisdom of thousands of masters. And that's what we see when we read or listen to Dr. Newton, right? So we'll take some more questions, Dr. Newton. So thank you.
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
sure, Chandra.
Okay. So I see Pratibha Devi been there. Are you still there, Pratibha Devi? Yes.
Yes, sir, I'm still there.
You have video on or just audio? Go ahead.
Audio, I don't know if I can on the camera.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, Pratibhaji.
Sir.
Yeah. I think you're still muted. Yeah.
Okay, this is Pratibha from Bangalore. I think last time I read AMR with Chandra sir, he mentioned about you, and I was excited about it. So, sir, like I also have a lot of challenges in my life, especially with relationships, and I don't. And then I asked Chandra sir also. There's a lot of fear. I don't know where the fear is coming from. Maybe from childhood, or I think there is some noise. I don't think here, but I could hear some noise. I hope my voice is clear.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So there is a lot of fear of being left alone, fear of being abandoned, fear of I'm not able to manage. And I think because of that, I had been anxious from quite a young age, maybe around 16, 17. Anxious, some kind of fear. Maybe in childhood, if I go back, I also try to do some inner child work. And if I go back in past, it is somewhere around sixth grade or seventh grade, where sixth grade or something, my friends laughed at me for speaking on the stage. Or in fact, before that, I was a very like out speaking, like where I used to dance with my friends. And but from sixth stand, I remember that I never went on the stage for a dance competition. I think that was the one thing. What happened, I don't remember. Maybe some friends left me, and something, but this fear, this and then relationship. So again, in relationship, I'm fearful. If my spouse leaves me, how will I manage with my daughter? How will I stay alone? And that fear is the what is the root cause of all the problems around me, I feel like. Because
Yes.
it's like I am fearful, so I see negative situations manifesting. Okay, this will not happen, this might not happen. Okay, this if this happens, then this happens. So I understand all that, but how to get to that root and get it out of my
Yeah.
consciousness?
Yes, Pratibhaji. And you identified already the pattern that you're going through in your life, and the emotional states They're called existential emotional states. For example, as a child, we have a kind of experience. We have gone through multiple experiences. Whenever those experiences come to us, we land onto similar kind of emotional states. For example, for you, it's a fear of being left alone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like you collapse into that feeling, and it's like we crash into that. Generally, they're not the experiences that we get, memories after 7 or 8 years, but they're all stabilized, more crystallized, even much before.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the womb to first 3 years of your life, everything is programmed. Subconscious mind gets programmed. We're programmed. Our subconscious mind has all the imprints, but they're all dormant programs. They're not activated. They like all the programs are running, but they're not activated. Just like in computer, every program is installed, but unless we use it, it won't be operational. The same way, same analogy we can use. And for example, when you got into adult life, when you start relating with others, you got married, and that time the fear of losing it came to you, fear of being left alone. So we need to check, we need to go in that direction of the root memory of this, where generally a mother-child separation conflict. When in utero, mom is having this emotional state and she's not fully available for the child, or when she's giving birth and the child is kept in the incubator for a longer time, and we have the first separation conflict. Though the child is becoming autonomous, completely autonomous when we are coming into this world, the umbilical cord is cut, but the strange fear occupies for some people because the first thing contact is with the mother. We need the mother's touch. Mothers must lift us. Generally, it also programs us with I'm separated from my mother. I have come into the place where very harsh and I lose contact with my loved ones. So somewhere we need to look at that first imprint that is sown in the subconscious mind. And there is something called re-imprinting, reprogramming, re-imprinting. Means all these imprints by natural, by our experience of life, we got programmed and we operate in a certain way. We go and we crash into those emotional state. But the best part is the sadhana, the practice is re-imprinting process. Like we go back and we correct that. The subconscious mind, we rewrite everything. And we make that available through all the ages and all the stages of our life. For example, these beliefs that are formed, I'm all alone, I'm left alone, and I lose people, and I fear losing people. So all these things are beliefs based on our earlier experiences of our life. Yeah. So Pratibhaji, that's what the best thing I have noticed is inner child work.
So that's what. So
Almost.
when do we have it? Do we have it online, or where can I find about it? Do we have a website where I can check for?
The best is not online. It's
Okay, physical. Yeah,
it's always best, you know. So
right, right.
the second best alternative is online.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
best if you have a facilitator and
So
who
do
guides
it
you.
in Bangalore, or so where do you do it? Like,
We have many facilitators. We have trained them. There are across the globe. And we can, if you write to us and from the website info@qluglobal.org, and you'll be given the information whom to contact and all that.
okay, is there any direct number which I can reach out and they can?
Yes, there is. On the website, you have the contact details. Yeah.
That thing is already there. We just announced Pratibhaji.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I think I missed.
It is in the chat. Yes, so those who want information, please look at the chat. And then those who want to write the number, because they're not able to read the number, it's 91775 46597, which is Harika, a great master. She also does masterclass on Buddha CEO. 91775 46597. That's India number. Direct connect and then talk to her. For sure, she will be very, very helpful. Right. Okay. Um, I I was thinking there are so many questions, but two more questions, Dr. Newton, around maybe
Yes.
another 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'll let you pick because you see it, whatever you feel that you want to answer. We have
So,
covered, yeah.
So in the Q&A, I see some questions, and yeah, Padmaja Mandalaparthi, if you had an intuition in meditation that you have brought a illness on with blind love for an ancestor, with that energy and sadhana clear it, or do you need to have a sankalp as well? Let's take this question if Padmaja madam is available here. Okay, so generally we do feel before manifestation, before everything God expressed in the body, we sense it well in ahead. And particularly these illnesses running in the family tree. And completely one can rewrite. This is called epigenetics. Genetics is normal expression of your hereditary and genetic patterns of your family tree, but we completely override it. Epigenetics is you with your conscious new thoughts, conscious beliefs, which are reframed, you affect your genetic expression. There are cancer cells, the genes, the proteins, amino acids, which can be turned on and turned off, the cancer expression. That is the new spiritual science, which is researching a lot about. If you read Dr. Bruce Lipton and some of these spiritual scientists' literature, their experiments they have conducted, and we completely it opens the new dimension. We have these tools available. So one tool that we have researched, well researched, is called family constellation. And through family constellation, actually, it's epigenetics. We practice epigenetics completely free from these ancestral patterns, ancestral expression of illnesses, and because otherwise it runs through family tree. And also we pass on this genetic coding, this to future generations. There's a master named Bhagiratha in our spiritual literature. Bhagiratha Prayatna, we call that. So there was a Maharshi, his name is Bhagiratha. In that kingdom, there's a famine, there's poverty, everyone is sick. And the king, the ruler, he came to know about this master and seeked his guidance. And Bhagiratha, in his meditation, through his clairvoyance, through his third eye, he had access to information why it is like that in that kingdom. What happened is almost thousands of years back in the ancestral times, in the past history, something very negative happened. Some harm, that is violence, that's been done to a rishi who is a meditator, and they're all called that time the king has many children, and all the sons they humiliated one meditator, one saint who was meditating by putting a snake around his throat, and a dead snake. And there was something else that happened. They killed him, this rishi also. So from that time onwards, in this kingdom, nothing is grown. There is an entanglement that happened. There is a heavy guilt that from that generation that is being passed on. So Bhagiratha in meditation, he accesses Ganga Mata. That's the story. But the Ganga Mata is a symbolically, we can say metaphorically, it is nothing but cosmic energy. A meditator, just like a Bhagiratha, accesses the cosmic energy, downloads that energy, and frees ourselves from all the entanglements from the past, from the family tree, from our past lifetimes. there are entanglements. We're entangled with someone else in the family tree. They're not mostly our emotions, it's emotions of someone else that we are clinging to. So we get free from that. This is called Bhagirada Prayatna. Means what is impossible, we make it possible. It's called Bhagirada Prayatna. A great effort by every meditator. So this is all possible, ma'am, and you can, if you have any other question, I can.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful explanation. And would you recommend that I do the family constellation course or something in addition to just doing the meditation?
Yes, I highly
Okay.
recommend because it's such a transformation journey. We recently conducted in Mumbai, in Karjat near Mumbai. 6 day, we have the residential retreat, and across
Okay.
globe,
Okay.
many participated. And it's such transformational experience. One case study I can share with all of you that uh, there is a pattern of an illness that is getting manifested in the family tree across generations. For example, they could notice that great grandfather had colon cancer, and it skipped one generation. Alternate generation it is getting expressed. And in this current generation, the person who is a meditator, he's meditating, but suddenly there is a colon cancer. He was diagnosed with that cancer. So he participated. He came to know that this is the entanglement. Unquestioned, these beliefs are transmitted through the generations. So there was an exclusion of someone. For example, we try to exclude something, a person, mostly family secrets are excluded. Certain things we try to tear the pages of the history book, but the truth is truth. There is something called collective consciousness, which brings that information through symptoms. So he could work on that. He recognized this pattern which is running, and many times we have strange patterns running through the family tree. But we have
So,
the tools to override, rewrite all these things.
sir, I was advised by one of the QLU acharyas I worked for on another issue that during meditation I can just invoke that ancestor and say that I really love you, I acknowledge you, but now I'll drop the baggage that belongs to you. And
Yes.
I meet you I will meet you, but after I finish my soul journey, I will meet you in on the other side, and I love you. So they asked me to repeat it a few times, and said, I think that will take care. So I was just wanted to ask you, should I continue doing that, and will that also help in?
Yes, that definitely it helps. Otherwise, we blindly follow someone else. So, for example, someone's death, it shocks us, it shakes us, and we pull towards the death. We want to follow their footsteps. But we can say that I will join you later
Right.
when I complete my mission, my purpose here, not a
Yeah.
moment before.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, that something like that is so important so that we remain here. Otherwise, there is a pull towards death. We want to die, follow the loved ones, or we have the unconscious death urge. We want to go away from here. Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
can,
Thank
it
you
is
so
very helpful thought. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so
best
much.
wishes.
Sincere
Welcome,
gratitude. And it's so wonderful getting a chance to talk to you and interact with you. Thank you so much, sir.
welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Padmajaji. So that's wonderful. So, Dr. Newton, while we are at this, and then I would like to move towards conclusion. If you're okay.
Yes,
So, can you explain a bit, because we talked about family constellation, where so much is there. Explain a bit about maybe some of the core programs and what will they learn through these programs, workshops that you offer. That can, I think, give
yes,
video.
sure, Chandraji. Actually, Quantum Life University, myself, Dr. Lakshmi, and all of us. We designed several programs to help transforming what is limiting in them. For example, consciousness heals is one workshop that is very fundamental in nature, where we get in touch with our body, and we learn the tools about dialoguing with the body, and learning the messages the body is giving to us. And this helps in learning self-healing tools, how we can also use energy, meditation, wisdom to accelerate our healing process. And self-mastery, it's about connecting to our own inner mastery to transform all the limitations that we carried in our beliefs, limiting beliefs, and also accessing the help from the spiritual guides. This is the self-mastery program. Past life regression program, there's a 2-day version and the 6-day version that's available. Those who want to go dive deep into that, and the 6-day, very helpful. It is so transformative. Every time we witness something beautiful with the 6-day retreats that we do. It's like multiple lifetimes that we will be exploring and breaking free from these patterns, the victim perpetrator patterns. And one of the very challenging in past life regression field. And also balancing out the karma principle, neutralizing the karma, learning the wisdom of the soul, all that. And there is a program called Rebirthing Breathwork Mastery Program, and where we dive into our in utero memories, and through breath we give birth to our new selves, to be reborn again. And that's the main principle here. We use the breath, the language of breathing, and the tools, different tools about breathing to bring a new self from us. And the LBL, life between life regression. This is an advanced PLR method where we explore the interim period between lives, what we did and what we have done, what activities, and also the soul plan of this current life. Why we chosen certain circumstances in this current life, why you chose to come in, to be born in India instead of in US or some other country, and why this family, what are the family ties, and what is your main lessons that you have chosen, what is your purpose for this incarnation cycle. That all is LBL, life between life regression training retreat that we conduct. And also the inner child, we notice that most of the programs are, oh, got switched off. The inner child, the programming imprinting process is done, and that's why we first clear 95% of challenges that we experience here is directly coming from our childhood imprinting. So we do not know the new ways to live on this physical plane. That's why this re-imprinting will help a lot in a child. And now in October, we have the advanced inner child retreat, where we also recognize about the individuation process, how each one is so enmeshed, entangled with the parents. We live almost like their unfulfilled ambitions, unfulfilled projects and purposes, but we don't need to, because you have come for your purpose. You have come for your with your life design, and it's not betraying your parents. Actually, it's they'll be very happy that you are becoming a more individual. You have your individual unique thoughts, and you are in your own project. For example, mother who could not become an engineer, and the daughter compulsively chooses to become an engineer. She wants to please the mother unconsciously. So, but we realize that it's not our project. I have come here for something else. We recognize our own projects, not the projects of our parents. So even sometimes illnesses are projects. sometimes what we are doing, the jobs that we're doing is not really our own projects, our own plan for this life. So this is called advanced inner child retreat. Beyond shame and guilt, we go beyond that. And so there are around 20 two-day workshops are created, designed, and right now 7 intensive residential retreats are created. We launched a program called Diploma Program for 3 years, and also we are planning to launch even masters very soon. So this is the from Quantum Life University.
That's great. Something that we've all been waiting for. Personally, I'm looking forward to having these courses. There's not a 2-day program, and there's a long duration program. There's not 2 days, 3 days that we learn. Right? There is so much that is there that has spiritual science. 30 years ago, none of these were there. So then only was Swadhyaya was the only way. You have to read, then you synthesize and create everything. Now, accelerated shortcuts with these meditation channels, YouTube with Dr. Newton's incredible work. Putting it all together into this summarized program. So even a 3-year program is work of probably some 3,000 masters, channeled through and then synthesized by Dr. Newton, right? It's still very, very, very beneficial. We've got to think from that perspective. And so I'm so glad, Dr. Newton, that you specified these. This community, I'm sure, can invest, because once they're all into the meditation, then they invest time into it. And so then easily can enroll into these long duration programs to learn concept after concept after concept. Remember, when I started QLU, you said these 18 schools of spiritual science have to be taught. And I'm sure many of the programs that you talked about are covering most of those departments, right?
Yes.
Not all, but most of them are covering, and then slowly going in there. And this QLU started by Dr. Newton was like 2006, Newton?
Yes, 2007.
2007.
Yeah.
17, now 20. So almost 18 years later, this is like lifetime work just on the QLU, but on himself, of course, several years, entire lifetime. And so 18 years later, so see the depth of all that has been put together and slowly, incrementally evolving. And so it is, friends, real depth is there. 10 years ago, when I was reading and then interacting with Dr. Newton, by that time, they've done past life regressions for 10,000 people and more. That was 10 years ago. God knows how many it would have gone to. I don't know if there's keeping track of them, must be like 100,000 and more. Which means what? It's not about number, it's about so much wisdom that is the experience is there, because spiritual science is all about subjective experience. Objectivity is so minuscule, but it's all subjective. The subjective experience you gather, and then from there you get to know something more. And so if 100,000 subjects have been put through a past life regression, that Dr. Newton can weave many things to say, here is how it is working. So we get so much beautiful insight and practical solutions. So with this, Dr. Newton will conclude. I had some question. I want to ask you 3 books that really influence you.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 books that, if they're different, you want to recommend to people based on everything that you heard today.
The first book definitely which has impacted my life, influenced great in my life, is Jonathan Livingston Seagull, authored by Richard Bach. That's the very first book that came into my hands in 1987, before I met Patriji. This book has made me to it pulled me into the spiritual path. I recommend everyone this book. The second book is by Paramahamsa Yogananda, Autobiography Yogi. That's the very second book. And the third book is, which influenced me in a big way, is Elizabeth Haik, Initiation. It's about the mysteries of the Egyptian pyramids, how she was transported into past life memories where she was initiated. They're all not burial chambers for dead bodies. All the pyramids are great meditation places for practicing meditation. So this entire concept about why pyramids were built, what happens inside the pyramid, the energy of the pyramid, I came to know from this book, Initiation by Elizabeth Hake. The three books which really had a big influence on my life. And other books also, I recommend all books by Lobsang Rampa. Even though he was in an Englishman's body, he had access the lifetime where he was a walk-in master. He was in Tibet. So all the 18 books by him. So I just it's my food. When I, in the beginning years, 1989, 1990, 91, I finished all the Rampa books. I came to know about those practices they do. Cave of the Ancients, Doctor from Lasha, You Forever, and 13th Candle. He talks about astral travel to all the spiritual science, metaphysics. He introduces in very, very easy way, simple practices, all that. So Lobsang Rampa, Neil Donald Walsh, highly recommend Conversations with God. And definitely, one thing I recommend is Bhagavad Gita. Being born in India, we need to, it's a scripture uh, that everyone must read. And the depth, the spiritual science of Bhagavad Gita, it is unparalleled. It is the greatest scripture of Brahmagnan. So, uh, thank you, Chandra. Thank you for this opportunity to be here with all of you. And my deep appreciation for most amazing work in a very structured manner. All that what you do, Chandra, my deep admiration for your work.
Thank you, Dr. Newton, for all those books. I'm personally waiting for your rendering of Bhagavad Gita, a book on Bhagavad Gita, while because I'm sure with your deep study of Vedic literature and then many aspects, scriptures and all of it, and then the interpretations many ways different with spiritual science being there as a root of you. And for those of you, Patriji has spoken about Bhagavad Gita, amazing Gita rendering that he did. And the books is not available directly on the Amazons. We are looking to get that through Sterling, but it is there printed in English version. And anybody is looking and wanting to acquire a copy, so do write to us, and we'll give you the information. I think it's Ayappa Pindi got it published. Ayappa Pindi got it published, so that's pyramidworld.in. They have a website, and there it should be there. If it is there, it'll be there. But otherwise, we are working to get through. But that's one copy of Patriji in Telugu. It's there, and then of course now it's in English, also fully translated. Amazing book to read. So thank you, Newton, for bringing all of this. Always great. And your books recommended, they're already posted there. So please do read all of them. Two of them are in our 25 books that we recommend in the beginning. Jonathan F. Siegel and what's the other one that Dr. Newton said? Autobiography of Yogi. And one book that we recommended, The Art and Science of Meditation by Dr. Newton. You know, this is one of the most favorite books of Patricia. Such an amazing, and we've said this before, it is a Bible of meditation and a handbook for meditation. If you're a teacher, if you're a coach, or otherwise want to practice, and some questions that are there, ask some simple questions, Art and Science of Meditation. That book can be bought, and also, I think, giving PDFs because Dr. Newton was generous in giving it. And so please do read that book. And several other books from QLU, Consciousness Heals, Science of Past Life Regression, and Telugu, of course, there are many books are there. radiant relationships are in Telugu, so we're also waiting for that to be there in English, waiting for Rajshekhar to give us the translated version. And there are so many people are going to buy this book, The Radiant Relationship, because all the time the questions are only around it. Okay, so thank you. Let me ask here, Asha ji, how is a few words from the session today?
Good evening or good morning to everybody. Thank you, Chandra sir. First of all, thank you for being here and making all these programs available to us and helping us reprogram our brain. And wonderful to see Dr. Newton because I met him in March, and so it brought back all those memories, and I'm so grateful to be here today. So the meditation today was phenomenal. The experiences were phenomenal. And one big statement that came out there was, like when you began, you said everybody is a master. And so the thing that came was the one who pulls you up, the one who pushes you down, it still strengthens you every which way. And so being grateful to each one of them, because that's the only way you evolve. So it was an amazing feeling that came with such lightness and letting go of a lot of more issues, if at all there were any. So I was just extremely, extremely happy. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Asha ji. Wonderful. Kiran.
Sir, thank you very much, Chandra sir. Actually, I had two questions and you asked them, so I got them answered. It's a wonderful book, Dr. Newton, and Chandra sir actually introduced you to me like 2 years ago by this book, Divya Jeevana Bandhavya. It answered like all my questions at that time, like when I was struggling with relationships, not only with my spouse, but with my kids, my parents, like, where I hit a low point in my life and I started blaming everyone. And Chandra sir identified it and sent me this book and it answered all my questions. And today also, I was about to ask like, what would be the English version of this book? Because this is what I was talking about to many of my friends. And, he answered probably the radiant relationships. We can't wait to hear and get that book from you. Thank you very much for this amazing book and sharing your knowledge as always, coming here to our Buddha CEO sessions as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, we will need this book, the relationships book, Dr. Newton.
Yes,
How can we access?
definitely. Yeah, your intentions and definitely you have been requesting me since a long time. Definitely will manifest soon. Maybe give me around 4 or 5 months. Yeah, I will. With the new experiences, with new insights about this, I will definitely, along with Dr. Lakshmi, will write it.
Great, great. Thank you. Neha ji.
Good morning, Newton sir. Good morning, Chandra sir. What a great start of the day being here. And as Kiran sir said, most of my questions are answered today through others asking the questions and I getting my answers, or naturally by that. And it's such an honor to be here with you. I was there in GCML, keenly, rapidly listening to you. And today also, I couldn't keep a second off my ears. I was totally glued to listening to you. Such an honor, truly an honor to be with you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Chandra, sir. And thank you, everyone who has been asking questions. And through your questions, I got my answers. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Neha ji. Yes, Jagdish sir.
Greetings, Chandra sir and Dr. Newton. I'm still trying to catch my breath. It was an amazing and I was really kind of a transfixed, so to say, throughout the session, listening to you with not just my ears, but my entire body. It's an amazing session, lots to learn. And of course, I did meet you very briefly once, GCML. I hope to keep meeting you often as possible and learn a lot more. There's a lot more to learn and grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jagdish. Maybe we need a workshop from Dr. Newton in Pyramid Valley. It's been a long time.
Yes, we need.
And I've been seriously thinking next time when we travel to US, and then somehow we hijacked Dr. Newton and came to US. Okay.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. So then we also have the opportunity to be with him. At that point, that's my selfish reason. Well, you can travel anytime. But I'm there thinking that now we'll have him. Let's see how it turns out next year, based on schedule. Thank you. Yes, Sonalji.
You said it all, sir. We're all waiting for the next year now. And behalf of all the viewers, we are fortunate to express our greetings and our gratitude. But on behalf of everyone, I echo their sentiments. So thankful for these sessions, for Chandra sir, constantly, guiding us. And I can speak for myself that I'm smiling and thriving because of him and this programs and all of you. So heartfelt gratitude. And yes, sir, please come home to US and we'll be eagerly waiting so we can learn more together. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonalji.
Come home to US, yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Come home to US, okay. Okay, Anna madam, so can we, yes, your comments.
Oh, it was a wonderful session, sir. I've been listening to your videos in the YouTube for the past couple of days, and then I had this question, and I think you answered it very subtle. I'm like, you are the person who has knowledge, or you know about the human body, but then without touching the human body, you're treating everybody with the spiritual knowledge. So I was like questioning myself, like how did you find how did you find that channel to be able to transform lives without not going through the scientific way and rather going through the spiritual way? But I think you answered in a very subtle way. I think we just need to experience it, and I think that is amazing, and all your volumes of work speaks about you, but I think there is so much more to come from you. And that's what I felt in this session. Thank you so much. And I think we are all blessed to have you grace our session. Thank you, Chandra sir. As usual, you always make a treat in every 40 days or every 2-week session. And this is a treat for us. Thank you.
Treat. I love it. It's a treat. Yes. Super treat. Any announcements for today?
Yes, sir. We are going to have another 40-day session starting from October 27th, and the session name is called Presence. Please do download the app, Buddha CEO app, if you haven't, for more details to come.
Okay. Yes, Dr. Newton, so your final message to all of us.
Yeah, it's so beautiful that this Sajjana Sangatya, the interaction, the co-meditations, meditating together across the globe, all friends joining here. Appreciate and please continue. And this is a spiritual science, emerging spiritual science. It's a collective efforts, and it need to become a big movement. I know this is the dream, vision, mission of Buddha Siva Foundation to make it like a movement, a big movement to touch as many lives as possible. And I am part of it also. This movement, I'm happy that every time you do a program, you pull me in and you bring me here, and I really feel very, very joyful about this entire work that you do. And that's my message, and all the practitioners of meditation who join, please continue. You are in the, when we got into a train, we don't need to know that the train takes us into the destination. This is Buddha Sivo is like a train. You boarded the train. Certainly, you will reach. Many stops will be there, a lot of nice experiences, and you'll reach the destination. Is something like that, an analogy I want to share with all of you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Newton. So thank you all, dear friends. So it's wonderful to be having him always. Time flies by. We spent 2 hours with him and an hour of meditation before, so 3 hours. And so that's the power of spiritual science. And so we look forward to again seeing you back tomorrow again. So thank you, Newton. We will have, I'm sure many people want to come to QLU and meet you, and then many ways they will be engaged in QLU work for sure. So thank you all. Thank you for your time again.
Thank you, Chandra. Thank you, everyone.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
all
is
that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it all.
You're the blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart aligned in purpose. Everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
am, all that